Agent salute, AP salute, D salute. Appreciate the pull up. AP said looks like Shannon put, yeah, nasty work, man. Salute to the army. Salute the D in the army, man. Salute the D in the army. Appreciate the pull up. And we got to talk about this one. It's getting ugly for Shannon Sharp, man. It's getting ugly, like really. And it's sad. It's definitely sad. But, you know, better him than me. Yes, better him than me. We gonna talk about a couple of things though. Coop Seth, appreciate the sub, Coop. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the pull up. Definitely gonna experience a dope show. We always give a dope show over here at UNT Network. For those who pulling up for the first time, you're rocking with your boy 050 Bucks, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. Make sure when you come in the building, hit the like button. Make sure you share the live. And make sure you go subscribe like Cope did. You did? In that order. We have a great show over here. DSL, salute, my guy. Appreciate the pull up. Yeah, we have a dope show over here, people. You know what I mean? We keep it clean and we have fun for the most part. You know what I mean? And we have fun for the most part. Chuck, it's Jess in the building. Jess, salute. Appreciate the pull up. Appreciate the pull up. Appreciate the pull up. We're going to let him come up in the building. Appreciate the pull up. Yes. Appreciate the pull up. Hollyland, salute to Siberia. Well, you got to start pulling up a little more often, Hollyland. We in the building. We are in the building, yes. Got to start pulling up more often, Hollyland. We are in the building. We are in the building. Yes, make sure you hit that like button, people, on your way in. Hit the like button, share the live, and go subscribe in that order. BX Indio, salute. Appreciate the pull up, my guy. In that order, people. Sky Swizzy, salute. Appreciate the pull up. My man Sky Swizzy in the building. Yeah, they must have getting the notifications late, going out late. We're going to get a dope going in. I need some chat participation. Need some help with this one. Artie, salute my guys up. Salute to my man Artie, the hardest working YouTuber on YouTube. That's a fact. He bringing Messi back. Stop hating on the man. Let him do what he do. Yeah, smell a lot of hate. Baby, stop the hate. Let the man do what he do. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. People let him do what he do. Sequoia, appreciate the pull up. Salute to Sequoia for the pull up. Yeah, we gotta talk about this one, people. It's definitely how you doing, Sequoia? It's definitely one of those. It's like what we doing. Well, I can't say what we doing. We can't speak it, speak of it from that view. So we ain't gonna say what we doing. I'm not gonna jack we. You understand? Because we wasn't spending that money on together. You dig? So yeah, we gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about it. That's a fact. We gonna talk about it. As we should, right, people? As we should. Why not? Why not talk about it? You let some more people come in the building. Go on a little commercial break. You dig? Hope everybody enjoyed themselves today. Dark side lurking. With fake one Spanish. Shoot right back. Yeah, my aim the tightest. If you chat reckless, get tacked in the chat. Perfect right shit. Flash never M. We don't switch script. Dark side biz. With a off skit clip. Boom. China brim. Harlem legend. Platinum shine. All support y'all part the team. Gang. Man, that's a game. I just spin the block. My content. Little tight. Feeling lame. Pop news. More like hip hop L's. I just died one. Now we singing bells. All smooth funny, but they still stuck on 5 bucks just to shoot right back. Us never. Miss me with the talk. I don't suggestion. Dark side biz. Never say all the we bring it on. Dark side season. Where the snakes get peeled. Loyalty to code, but the get exposed. I'm the truth in fact. Cross that line, but we bring it all facts. Us never them. We don't switch the script. Dark side biz. Yellow part the team. Gang. My flow with it punches. They be talking tough, but they moving fair. I just pop a top, let the truth appear. Man, that shit a joke. I just flip the scene, leave them in a choke. Dark side. Us never them. Us never them. 050 bucks, this a shoot right back. Dark side general, where the lanes get packed. All my supporters, realest one. Without y'all, this ain't fun. Silence. 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 Us never them. Them. 050 bucks to shoot right back. Dark side general. Where the lanes get packed. All my supporters, y'all the realest ones. Without y'all, this ain't fun. Silence. Silence. Boss never know. 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 Faculty. That's my jam right there, people. I rocks with that. Yeah, I rocks with that. Definitely rocks with that. Rocks with that. Yeah, so y'all see what the thumbnails say. You know, again, appreciate everybody for pulling up in the building. You are now rocking out with your boy 050 Bucks, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. And we gonna talk about it. Copy, you already know. Send that to me. Ron from the BX, salute. Appreciate the pull up, my guy. Yeah, send that, Artie. You already know. Send that. You know, I definitely support your talent. Word, definitely support your talent. Yeah, it went from being about 84. Now it's raining like a hurricane is on its way. But yeah, like I said, you know, we gonna need heavy chat participation. Frankie Blanco, salute. That's a fact. Bucks, aka Mr. AKA. Stand on that. Yes, sir. Stand on that. Yeah, it's raining like now I left the BX. I ain't in the BX right now, Artie. Yeah, I ain't in the BX right now. Where I'm at right now is raining cats and dogs. That joint serious. Word, that joint serious. But yeah, you know, so like I said, you know what I mean? Again, for those who just pulling up, you rocking with your boy 050 Bucks, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. And we gotta talk about it. You know, we gotta talk about looking from the outside in. What was Shannon Sharp thinking about? Do do he need help? Me personally, that's something mental he going through. I think he need a little help. He need to go speak to somebody. Yeah, this ain't that's abnormal, people. That's not normal. I'm gonna be the first to say that. That's not normal. Them type of tent, man. Listen, if y'all haven't, read the text messages. Read the text messages. You know, I jack what Monique said, right? Monique said, Shannon, why don't you mess with older women? He was dipping around that. But she kept telling him, like, why don't you mess with older women? Leave them young girls alone. Because you gonna pay to play at the end of the day. She was telling him this. And I'm like, wow, so he got heads up, one, right? But two, that make me to believe that his name is ringing bells in the industry for messing with the young girls. Don't let that go over your head. His name was ringing in the industry for messing with young girls. And see, that'll answer the question for the people. Oh, he had lit. Shorty lined it up. Shorty did what she had to do to get you a bag. Shannon Sharp just didn't do what he needed to do to stay away from people like that that's out to get the bag. That was on him. That was on him. He didn't role play himself into something he might not get out of. He might not be able to get out of that one. He ain't gonna get out of that one, people. And that's the sad part about it. Because everything she's saying, he not debunking it or none. He not debunking it, none of that. He's trying to go on defense of we were role playing. That's his defense. We were role playing. Yeah, that's his line of defense. So he's not debunking these things didn't take place. Yeah, he ain't debunking it. He ain't saying that's not true. He rolling with it. He rolling with it, people. Even to the point where he's telling the lawyer, put the tape out. What? Why would you want them? Yo, he's telling the lawyer, her lawyer, put the tape out. Now, this is the thing that confuses me, right? Because I think I read they suing him for 50 million. And he's countersuing. Defamation of character. Don't they got a whole Instagram with Shannon Sharp out of Lena? I don't know. That's a question. It makes you think, though. You know what I mean? It definitely make you think. It definitely make you say, somewhere down the line. It definitely puts you in that. Like, why would somebody want to have their kids around this dude? Somebody got to say it, man. It's nasty work. For you to even be going back and forth via text, saying the things you were saying and allowing her to say the things that she was saying. Or she was saying. Whether it's role play or not. Certain things you do, and it's just certain things you stay away from. And I just feel like even though I think it's just more than one, because they coming out now. It's more females that's coming out. So you say in your mind, if you countersuing, right? Why are you telling them to put the video out? because you clearly telling the lawyer to put the video out. Now they got audio. They got audio. The audio is wicked. The audio is wicked, people. I mean, what are these under 60, what 50, late 50s, something like that, about late 50s. Let's say he was rocking with Shorty. Trooper salute. Trooper 6'9" in the building, salute. Appreciate the pull up. You know what I mean? They say he was messing with her. We give about 18-ish. So I'm hearing different ages. I heard right now she's 21. Um, they said he messed with her for about 2 years. So, give or take. I give her 18. So, because of that video that was shown or mistakenly recorded on Instagram, this is when this other young lady got up, this is when she got upset. She got her panties all in a bunch behind that situation. Then you have, well, I think January 9th, which they have audio. I don't know about video. I heard video, but I'm sure on audio on a January 9th day where he went over there, and I guess that's the date. She's saying that joint took place on Scrape Street. It took place on Scrape Street. She's saying this. So how would you counter someone again? And this stuff is all on audio. They got video. I know he admitted, and that's the other thing. He's admitting to these things to be true. He admitted it. He literally is admitting these things to be true. It's a cold fact. But what he's trying to say is, oh, it's a lot of editing and all this going on. Why would that even be going on? Like, did anyone ever ask a question as in to say, simple, you have a daughter. Would you want someone of your age do this to your daughter? I mean, really, simple question. Would you want someone to do this to your daughter? let's go even further. Would you want your daughter? And I get it, 18, still your daughter. So with that being said, would you want her around a dude like that? I mean, because it's like when you sit back, right? I want, salute, appreciate the pull up. Yeah, I mean, listen, Bill was no different. Bill was no different. You know what I mean? No different at all. But speaking on Shannon Sharp, he's clearly playing on social media. Think it's a little bit, you know, a little bit different. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different. YN salute, old block or no block. Dig that. Yeah, Hugh Hefner, no, they had a thing. They had a thing today. Well, not today. My bad. But they had a thing where shout out to Don Lemon. He he has a show, and I was watching his show the other night, and he was speaking on that. You know, he was asking questions like, "Well, if Hugh Hefner did it, why is it a problem when do it?" So that was, that was thrown in the air as well. Like, I don't know what's the difference. I don't, I don't even have an answer for that. But it is kind of like they go so hard when it's, but you let all them other weirdos do what they do and pretty much get away with it. But then you also got to boomerang back like, bow, like, come on, my God, like, you know what's going on. You see how they slaying us. Why would you even put yourself in that predicament to have these kind of conversations? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's I want. That's crazy. You know, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's nobody talks about that though, right? Nobody talks about the Bill Belichick allegations, right? No one talks about that. He has his lady or whoever she is, his friend, the fling, whatever. Let's just give the benefit of the doubt. Damn near 50 years. He's damn near 50 years older than his mate, Bill Belichick, and no one is talking about that. Hood TMZ salute, my guy. Appreciate the pull up. Nah, I want you speaking truth. That's a fact. No one is having conversations about that. But should we? Should we? Yeah, should we? Because I don't know. You dig? I mean, it does make sense. Yeah, ayo, Hood TMZ. You heard about Bill Belichick? Yo, that's wacky. That's wacky. The damn man have he got 50 years. Like it's a, and I'm just giving it. I'm assuming. I'm just assuming he got 50 years on his mate. I'm just assuming. Snowbueno.com. 50 joints. That's wow. But they're not talking about it. They're not talking about it. Look at man, the royal family, where old boy, like his pops ain't rock with him because he rocking with the sister. Well, they say she his sister. Prince Harry or something like that. But the royal family, they going through some dad kicked old boy out of the royalty. His son. And he's supposed to be not rocking with his son no more. Who is that again, man? There's a Prince Harry in it, right? Oh, her mom's black? Okay. Nah, I ain't see that. I want when you seen to that. Oh, so it's things going on with Bill. Ron BX, salute my guy. Appreciate the pull up. So why ain't nobody? I ain't hearing that. Where you heard that at? I never heard that. Word, I never heard that. That's a fact. I ain't never hear that. Never heard that. I'm just trying to push it in now. I don't even know see it. Wow. And he said they did an interview. Where they did that interview at, I gotta check that out. Boy, I gotta check that out. I may do a show on that. Yeah, I gotta check that out. See, but again, we it ain't gonna get exposed like you dig. And I'm sure his name is bigger than Shannon Sharp name. But if that's what's going on, why that not being talked about? That should have been talked about. And I'm sure it been going on. It been going on for a while. I'm sure that. I'm sure of that. I am sure of that. I am sure of that. Wow. And she stole like Monique Salute. Appreciate the pull up. And hold on, what he said? I once said she took 9 mil from the house, supposedly. Bill started trade. Monique Salute. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the set off. Appreciate you for setting off on the super chat. That's a fact. Appreciate that. I just learned something. I didn't know I could do this with my mother. I ain't even know that. I didn't even know I could do that. That's crazy. And you can hit it with the like. Okay, KK. I didn't even know I could do that. Yeah, but right. I seen that money on it. Lost track. So you see, and he said he got an interview. So again, we talking about Bill Belichick. Girl, he's messing with his 24, something like that. They say he's about 74. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming. So he said she took 9 mil from his house, supposedly. Bill started trademarking his stuff for Bill. And you see that interview. She blocked the Netflix documentary. Wow, I ain't know all that. She 24. I once said she 24. That's the interview recap. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Yeah, I gotta check that out. I gotta check that out. 9 mil? How you steal 9 mil from somebody's house? That don't even sound right. That don't sound right. 9 mil? Nah, I can't jack that. I'm sure Belichick's not keeping no 9 mil in his house. Nah, I can't jack that. If she took 9 mil from his house, he deserved that. That's a fact. He deserved that, people. There's no way. She took 9 mil and started buying a house. And she put them in her name. So I have a question. I want. How did he find out it was 9 mil was missing? How did he find out the 9 mil was missing? He let her do what? I want came up here and just switched the whole content around. I mean, like I heard that, but I never really, you know what I mean? Because it was just one of those like, all right, until they throw up a, you know what I mean? And then the story gets spicy. But he talking about 9 mil. Why you stealing 9 mil from him? So I tell you, people, you got to watch out on these internet streets. Where we at? 45. Yo, come on, people. Let's hit that like button. Come out the bushes. tap the like button and go and you know and go duck back off, man. You know what I mean? It's simple, man. You know what I mean? It's simple, man. Hit the like button and go subscribe to the channel, man. It's that simple. It's not hard. It's not hard. I should have at least 30 likes right now. At least 30 likes. When you hit that 40-minute mark, I should have at least 30 likes in the building. Come on. This is current events. No, I'm not recapping. I'm not doing none of that no more. That's against YouTube policy. So I don't want no problemos. You dig? So everything that I rebuttal or I repeat is just that. I'm repeating and I'm rebutting. I'm not going back. None of that. So you get straight from my mouth to the media. You understand? That is called reuse of content. We don't do that over here no more. And since my editing skills ain't nice, got to do my research and talk about it. Do my research and talk about it. Which is not a problem. You know what I mean? I love to do it. But that's wild. Monique, appreciate that. Hold on, let me hit the like button. Yeah, I like that right there. I didn't know you could do that. Directly say thank you. Yeah, that's dope. I know you could do that. And give them a like. Yeah, people, but you know, that's just a prime example of why we shouldn't be doing what we're doing. When you look at situations like that, like oh, not to say when you look at the R. Kellys and look what situation they in, but just overall when you look and you say, wow, hold on, they did boy dirty. Like why would you get somewhere that you work hard to get to and you do this? That's like your mom's telling you, when you was a youngin or whatever, or a young teen or a young man, and he's like, listen, the fast money ain't gonna get you nowhere. The faster you get that money, it's the faster you spend it. You know what I mean? But when you work hard for the money, you take care of it more. So why is it these guys that made it, looking from down below, you know what I mean? Looking for down below, no Shantae, you dig? And you like, wow, they made it. And the people down below eyes, they made it. Why is they not taking it that serious? Like, why are they not handling that with care? How is it it's so easy for them to let somebody or something trick them out of their position? It's sad. And then it be for the most like you're not like real talk. You don't even see situations where dudes are put in a situation where they gotta react. These dudes putting themselves in jail. Then they wasting mad money on. They wasting mad money on, right? Just wasting it, right? What link? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about no link. But yeah, though, you know what I'm saying, people? Like when you just sit back and you think about that, like when you just, you already know what you done seen before you. You know, even dealing with the now, you said it. Yo, yeah, this is the same dude try to do, you know, Sean Carter dirty. So you know what's going on. But the difference with you, Mr. Shannon Sharp, you are not debunking none of it. Your defense is um, role playing. Yeah, he said they was role playing. She said, no, I don't want to do it. Don't choke me. You still did it. Sir, when she say no, sir, the game is over or the role playing is over. That's law. That's law. So I don't know if y'all had if y'all had, you know, like a secret word, you know, but supposedly on January 9th this took place. She said no. He still forced himself on her. Then the text message is disgusting. Disgusting. Them text messages are out of lingo. NoBueno.com. Join is super sad. And it's sad to say they say don't stereotype nobody, but like when you see these kind of things going on, NoBueno.com. When you see these type of things going on, it's NoBueno.com. Because now you know it's like you zoom in now, meaning put them under the microscope and you start to like, yeah, that's good. You know that comfortability, you know that comfortability level get there, and you just, oh yeah, such. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, word, like you into that? That's not what I'm into, my guys. But you won't notice to the comfortability level. You know, you walking down the street with a dude, boom, you know, he may feel like y'all cool enough, and he just do some wild shit. And he like, yo, hold up. I don't know, man. It's like that's somebody I know that I wouldn't want around my kids though, man. Like I think that part of it is nasty because you have a child of your own, and when you have a child of your own, especially if it's a daughter, that's why I said I think he need help mentally. Because if anything or nothing, that should play in the back of your mind. Hmm. And I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying his daughter is 21. But while you conversing with this 21-year-old, it has to be, I feel like I'm talking to my daughter. And I'm just saying on a person with the munyon type time. It's a little different when you're dealing with, you in the area, you in your hood, mingling, old head trying to get at you. It's no excuse, but yet it's a difference. So I ain't gonna lie, I done seen it done. I done seen it done. Old heads be trying to get these little young Jones. Yeah, out of lane now. But to each his own. But coming from a parent, I don't even know how you can conduct a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, what could y'all talk about? Then that puts you in the spotlight on what kind of relationship you have with your daughter. Because if you got a dope relationship with your daughter, right? Those conversations is gonna be different. Yo, stay away from these old creepos. You know what I mean? Like, them the kind of conversations is gonna be had. Don't let nobody take advantage of you, or don't let nobody try to run game on you. Don't let nobody try to manipulate you. Stay away from these old creepos. Those are the kind of conversations that will be had if that relationship was like, you know what I mean? Because then now, moving forward, the conversation that you would have outside, I would say, let's say friendship. And when you got a daughter 21. And yo, this is how me and my daughter chop it up. We sit there, yo, end of the day, man, nobody manipulate you. These are the things that you have. So now you sit with your other shorty that's 21 that is your friend. How can you conduct a conversation? How could you sit there and be like, yeah, such and such, and it's just like in the back of your mind, you got to say, damn, I was just telling my daughter this. And that may be a bad or sad scenario to use. But when you sit there and you start thinking about what can you say to this 21-year-old? We know she's of age. There's no law being broken. But now you say mentally, that elevator had to get stuck somewhere down there on the third or second floor. Because you gotta have some type of connection when you talking even role playing. It has to be some type of connection. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it, you have to say mentally that elevator stopped like at the second floor or something. Because there's no way you can sit there and be texting from the texts that I've seen back and forth with a 21-year-old. That's just what we know now. But I'm sure due to the history, they was rocking a little longer. So then that again, that'll push up 18, 19. We don't even know it, right? Well, I don't. I don't even know this if this is his lady or just was a fling. Your fling giving you problemos? Nasty work. Disgusting. Yo, that joint is like the 9 people I got watching me right now. We over a little hour. Nasty work. Nasty work. But I got my little hour in, man. You know, I just wanted to come touch on that. You understand? Um, yeah, people. Again, things not to do when you get into that bag. Ain't much, man. About to get and go tune in and watch this game. Watch this Denver and LA joint. You know, sit back, relax. You know what I mean? Watch this game a little bit. You know what I mean? So I doze off. Oh yeah, see? You know what I mean? Shannon Sharp accuser speaks on alleged sexual assault. He was controlling. Somehow she was getting manhandled. So it's just sad, you know what I mean? Like how you gotta yo, joint is weird. Joint is weird, man. And you will stain your brand. Like that's how you will stain your brand. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they win. I ain't even gonna lie when they cut all this Denver shit out. I wouldn't mind if they win. Yeah, yeah, Ron BX, but they got other people stepping up now. They got other people kind of like speaking out. So I don't know, man. It might get ugly on them. Word, it might get ugly on them. It's a lot, you know. think I want to say it was like 5. They said it's like five more females. 5 more females who was coming out. There's a lawsuit now at this point. Yeah. Yeah, that all it is now is a lawsuit. But after them lawsuits, they get they get enough information of where as though they build their own case through the lawsuit. Or through the lawsuit. But yeah, it's ugly though. Whether at this point, whether he did what he did and they have fun doing it, or he took advantage and the female, was uncomfortable doing it. It's like at this point, what does it matter? Because he's not debunking it. So it's safe to say these things that we as in myself are throwing out there are to be true. They are to be true. It's nasty. That's why I said whether it was done or it wasn't at this point. And then ESPN did what they did. Whether you stepped down and got fired, it don't matter. They want no don't. They want nothing to do with you. And the only one who fronting like he a man and he really not is Stephen A. Smith. I just hit him on the back line. Yo, listen, my guy. You know what I mean? You ain't even gotta, you know, you ain't even gotta stay in contact. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lose your number. You do the same. Lose my number. I wish you well. Keep winning. Click. That's how you handle that. Because if that was your man, he wouldn't even be speaking anything that may seem he talking about you. Yeah, nothing. He shouldn't be saying nothing to make it seem like he's talking about you. That's a fact. You know what I mean? That's a whole fact. But you know how that go. But until then, I might make a series out of this joint because there's a lot of things going down. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm about to go tune into my games. I appreciate all the 8 people that's in the building today. Appreciate y'all. Salute to y'all. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for tuning into your boy. This is 050 Bucks, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. And I'm signing out. Y'all enjoy your evening.